Hey guys, I got some Disney slash Star Wars news for you. You want to hear it? Well, alright then. Come on, gather round. Have you heard about this 60th anniversary special Disney's going to be doing on ABC? The one with Josh Gad and Elton John and whoever? I'm excited about this, actually. Or more excited now than I was before, because it's starting to feel like one of those old time, specials that Walt Disney used to do on ABC when he was trying to hype the park or maybe hype a new show or a new movie. Yeah, they would show like a short film, maybe something like Darby O'Gill, and then Walt will talk about a new attraction that's opening. The most famously, the one he did about Pirates of the Caribbean, that was a big deal. So why is it that I feel like this is happening? Well, because they're going to be doing exactly that in this special, guys. They're going to be talking about Star Wars Land. They're going to be unveiling new information, new plans for Star Wars Land. Even better, we're going to be hearing this not from Walt, which would actually, that would be pretty amazing, huh? But we're going to be hearing this from Han Solo himself, Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford is going to be emceeing, well, I don't know if it's the whole show, but this part of the show talking about Star Wars Land. And what's more incredible is that they even got Harrison Ford to do this in the first place, because isn't he like some kind of notorious grouch? But I don't care. I think it's awesome that Harrison Ford is going to be on board. Hey, do you want to see a clip? Sorry, I don't have a clip. But I do know some of the script. I read this online. Every store and restaurant will be operated by local inhabitants, making each experience deeply immersive. Nothing in the land will be out of character or stray from mythology. By the way, we're currently casting for roles, so if you live on the Outer Rim, there may be a job for you. Local inhabitants. Fully immersive. Loving the sound of this so far. Not only that, but they have said that we're going to be getting a cantina. Yes! I felt, I don't want to say for sure, but I was pretty confident we were going to get a cantina, but hearing them say it out loud, that makes me pretty happy. They didn't say blue milk, but again, I feel pretty good that we're going to be getting that. It also sounds like at least one of the attractions we'll be getting is going to be a simulator, and I assume that because in the article that I read, it made mention that guests are going to be able to get in and fly the Millennium Falcon. And, well, frankly, I don't see how that's possible on a roller coaster. The thing is too big, and you can't. So we all have to get in one, like 30 of us are going to get in one Millennium Falcon. And the only way to do that, the only way to make that an attraction is a simulator, just like Star Tours. So, yeah, there you go. 3 years of this, by the way, guys. 3 years of dirt updates and me talking about crap I found on the internet that says what we might be getting in Star Wars Land. 3 years. Woo. So next item up for discussion, Disneyland AP Days are coming in February. What are the AP Days? I have no idea, actually. They kind of hint at it on the website, but I don't know. It sounds like something we should cover. So they got some special events lined up for APs. I don't know if these qualify as actual events. Some of them might be just clever marketing. I'm not sure, but here's what I know so far. From February 1st to February 7th, we're going to have Main Street to Mickey Mouse. From the 8th to the 14th, Live the Adventure. From the 15th to the 21st is Fantasy and Fun. And from the 22nd to the 28th is World of Tomorrow. Now, they don't tell us what's happening specifically for each of those weeks, but they have itemized a few of the... Well, I'm hoping it's just a few of the options being made available to APs during the month of February. First, we're going to get a complimentary series of buttons. I'd like to know more on that. Buttons, right? Not pins, but buttons. There will be screenings of Disney animated shorts at the Main Street Opera House, and they're going to be serving free popcorn and water at those shows. This is the one thing that I'm kind of particularly excited to do, just because I like being able to go and watch like stuff at the Opera House as opposed to Lincoln. I love Lincoln. Lincoln's great. But yeah, that'd be cool. Like when we got to see those what do you call it? Those Disney specials for Tuesdays with Walt. Or was it Wednesdays? It was Wednesdays with Walt. And it sounds like we're going to get recipe cards from the Blue Sky Cellar. They don't say at all any more than that. It just says recipe cards at Blue Sky Cellar. And that's actually all the details that we have, which seem kind of thin so far. For example, none of that seems to apply at all to World of Tomorrow or whatever it's called. What part of recipes or Mickey shorts have anything to do with tomorrow? So hopefully there's going to be more info coming. I say hopefully, and I'm hesitant to say that it is because they gave us details like recipe cards, but nothing more. So unless, I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of this. There's got to be more to this, right? But whatever, I'm looking forward to it no matter what they do. I like the fact that they even do these special events for APs at all. It does two things for me. It shows that they care about annual pass holders, which I appreciate, and it's stuff that they don't necessarily have to do. Again, this is a total expense to them. There's really no, well, I guess there could be some value in honoring AP holders, but really it doesn't generate any revenue for them per se. So on that, I won't ever like diss the quality of this kind of offering, but I still would like to. Hopefully, there is more to it, because that does seem thin for a whole month, a special marketing event like they're doing. And finally, we were directed to a website. It's like a blog. It's called Ears Up, I believe, and they have some actually on the ground coverage, photos on the ground of the early demo of backstage areas that are being taken over by Star Wars Land. The reason why I want to mention that here is because the photos that they got are really cool. It's photos that I could never get unless you are an actual insider. Like this photo right here. This shot is taken from backstage, just very near to the backside of Toontown. You can tell it's the backside of Toontown because it looks like crap. And this photo here is another photo, another angle of the same lot that's being taken out, which I guess they're taking things out one house at a time, maybe? I don't know. But they just took out that one section, and you can just see some rubble. I do like this shot, though, myself, because in the back, you can see there's shots of the bulldozers that are getting ready. That's the old Circle D Ranch, and, what used to be Circle D Ranch. But look over in the far left corner of that photo. You can see the Halloween pumpkin that they put up on Town Square. Yep, just put that anywhere, guys. Let's just put the pumpkin right there. That's a good spot. What? And this photo here is the Pope House. And I have to admit, actually, I've never heard of the Pope House. This is the first I've heard of this just now when I was pointing this article. But apparently, it's a very historical home, I guess, or office now in backstage Disneyland. What I've come to find out is that in a way they've sort of built Disneyland, or really the backstage areas, around the Pope House. It was when Disneyland bought the property, it was already a working ranch, and in fact the owners, Owen and Dolly, lived there for years. And they actually trained and took care of the horses. After the Popes retired in the 70s, the home remained on property, well, until today anyway, but it was being used as an office for the Circle D Ranch. One of the main reasons why I wanted to point this out again, and not just because it's interesting that they're moving the Pope House, I would have talked about this anyway, but I want to use this as a means to express again, for those cynics out there, that Disney does care about its own history and about, what they're doing, the things the changes that are happening to the park. They still have a reverence and a care for those things that are being taken out. The Pope House is being removed whole from it's being lifted from its foundation and taken whole to another location over by Ball Street, I believe. And they're doing this at quite an expense. They're actually going to spend, from what I understand, $20,000, you guys, to move this house. That's, again, this is something that if I didn't know this, or if I didn't tell you, or if I wasn't told, they could have done this and nobody would have been the wiser. They could have just demoed that house. They could have. Who's going to know, except for the people, the really hardcore people who know about the Pope House. But really, who's going to know? I would not have, not even close. But they did it anyway, and it's not a PR move because they haven't talked about it, right? So they're doing this only because it's the right thing to do and because they care. And that's the best kind of reason, if you ask me. Not for publicity or, to kind of, make a show of it. They're doing it because it just means something to them. And for that, I'm grateful to Disney. And I want everybody to sort of give them, I think that's worth a mind hug. Don't you guys think? $20,000 to move the Pope House, that's worth a mind hug for the Disney company. Okay, guys, well, that's all we got for you today. Don't forget that Fresh Baked is your source for that good Disney fix that you guys all need. The best place on the internet for Disney information, if you ask me. And if it's not, then it's got to be in the top 5 at least. Wouldn't you agree? All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Fresh Baked and stuff. Fresh Baked. We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out our Secrets and History videos, or maybe our ride-throughs. Or you can just watch all of our weekly trip reports and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. It truly is the best of Disney Baked Fresh Daily. Oh, and don't forget, you can support Fresh Baked through our Patreon campaign, link below. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Fresh Baked! From February... Bleh. From February... From... God.